This is a retro glam makeup with a modern touch. You want to start with our hair and it needs to be wet. And you want to do a severe part with the hair. And you want to start with the pin curl in the front. And you want to twist the hair after separating the bangs. You want to twist the hair around and then curl it up into a pin curl. And then you want to pin it with a bobby pin or just a regular clip. And then you want to do the rest of the hair in a pin curl, and you want to just take the end and wrap it around your fingers and then clip it in like that. And you want to do the whole head like that, and then we're going to get started on the makeup. This is a mineral foundation I've put all over my face. If you don't want acne, it's a good foundation for that. And this is the palette we're going to be using, and we want to do the dark brown on our cheekbones. If you have defined cheekbones, you can skip this step, but I don't have such defined cheekbones, and so I want to really define them, and I'm going to put a shadow there where that shading is when I suck in my cheeks, and that'll start really defining my face. And usually I want to define the jawline too, and so I'll put a little shadow down there. Next will be our rouge, and they used to use a lip color for their cheeks, so you want to dabble it on and blend it in as best you can so you'll have rosy cheeks. Then we're going to go back to our brown color palette and we're going to add shadow all around the edges of the eyelid. And then you're going to add a cat eye. And then you're going to switch to the LA color palette with the bright neon colors. And you're going to use the yellow and the orange. You're going to start off with the orange, put it on the eyelid, and then around the edge of the brown. And then you're going to add the yellow at the very top edge of it. And you're going to add a little bit more yellow. Then you're going to blend it all in and have a really nice, smooth color change. And you want to stick to natural colors. So if you don't have these, just want to stick to natural colors. Next, we want to do a little bit of the dark eyeshadow underneath the eye. Give it a softer look beneath the eye. And now we're going to add our modern touch, some gold glitter into the inner corners of the eye, and you're going to blend it in and blend it out. And then you're going to add some just underneath the eyebrow too, on the brow bone. Add some shimmer there. And blend it out as good as you can. Next is our eyebrow pencil. You want it to be your natural color of your hair and your eyebrows, and you want to just put that on. And then you're going to need to get your brow brush and blend that in so that you have a nice, smooth, soft eyebrow. You're going to take your black eyeliner and you're going to outline the upper eyelid, and you're going to do half of the bottom, and you're going to do a small cat eye, not real large but a small one. And you want to kind of keep the line thin, you don't want to make it too thick. And now we're going to go to our stickers. I love scrapbooking stickers. They're great to use for this kind of stuff. So get you a black one and put it just right with the black eyeliner so that it connects. And so from a distance, it looks like you drew it on. Now we're going to go to our eyelashes with the feather tip, another modern touch. You're going to make sure the glue is tacky and then put the eyelashes on. And now you're going to use your mascara and blend the eyelashes in with the false eyelashes. And make sure you do the bottom lashes too. Put a thick coat on those. And there you go. There's one half. Do the other. Now that we've done both halves, we're going to add our bendy. And again, let's go to some scrapbooking stickers. And these are fantastic to make bendies. We're going to cut that center section out. And because these are already sticky, they're supposed to just stick on. You don't have to add glue, so you can just stick it on. But if you reuse yours, you'll need to use the glue you used for your eyelashes. But stick it on right in the center. And now you want to add your red lip color that you used for your cheeks. Add it in. That's very retro to have that nice red color. I like to use a darker shade than bright red. I think it looks better with skin tones, particularly on me. And just fill your lips in. And now we'll need to get started on our hair. You'll need to go ahead and get your pin curl, and you can put your hair in a French twist. Tie your sash on. Then you want to add your flower pin, and I like to make my own. I usually go to the Dollar Tree and spend $1 on a bouquet and make my own. And then I got the butterfly that you'll see here from Michael's dollar section in the back of the store. So it's really cute. It's a great addition to headpieces. I got them in all colors. And the next addition will be a beautiful pen that has a real retro look to it. The woman standing in front of a mirror. And then you want to add your earrings. Nothing too flashy, something classy like that. Little baubles. And then you want to go in and you want to take your thin, small curling iron and you want to do little ringlet curls. You want to just roll them up and do little ringlet curls. And you want to do all those extra areas. And don't touch your pin curl in front. That's important. And you just want to make sure that it's just hot enough. If your hair is straight and it has a hard time curling, you want to gel it. My hair has a body wave that was put in it so that it'll take curl easier. And make sure you do the other side. Okay, and just kind of pull them out and loosen them up a little. And that should just about cover the makeup and hair. And you want to add your fun necklace. You can buy one that looks like this, but I chose to make one and put it on. And so there you go. There's your retro makeup glam look with a modern touch. You're done.